Very good morning to all of you. So last week we discussed about Trio 1 and Trio 2 together, how how overwhelming it is to do all the homework and all the practices. So I've taken nice feedbacks from all of you. I'll see how I can implement. But we've come to a point where we have written what we really want in all the 6 dimensions. We have written our 108 bucket list. We have practiced mindfulness from morning till night. We have talked about the day routine, morning routine, night routine, divine time, how mindful we can be in all our everyday activities. So how we can stay mindful in all our activities, straight from brushing, bathing, and eating, and observing nature, drinking water, everything, right? Like we have practiced many mindfulness practices, and we have also tried to slow down in life because we've been rushing so much. We also practiced slowing down for a few weeks. And apart from that, the decluttering, definitely all of you now, if you go around the house, I'm sure your first thought will be, what can I send out now? What can I send out of the house? Instead of bringing, we have practiced multiple frees also, buying frees. I'm sure you all will want to continue it. So we have come to a point where we know at least clearly what we want in life to some extent. And this list will keep changing. This will definitely keep changing. Some of the pointers you might strike out, some of the pointers you might add, some might not make sense. So feel free to change this list as and when needed. Okay. So this week, I hope the refrigerator cleaning has helped you. So start questioning what you are keeping in the refrigerator. Try not to eat anything old because it is so stale, right? Like it loses the life. So the concept here is in the nature cure or in any clean eating principles, you cook something. Actually, while cooking itself, you are losing the nutrition. And after you cook, within 3 to 5 hours, if you eat, you're getting at least whatever nutrition is left over. After 5 hours, it is a dead food. Like there is nothing in it. It is only to fill our stomach or it is only to reduce our work. So try to avoid it and try to keep questioning what you're keeping in the fridge. And sometimes it happens, like in my home, if it is non-veg, if it is biryani, then all of them have exceptions. They want to keep and eat. They tell only then the essence really gets in and all that. So I don't interfere in that part, but generally there is no food that goes inside the fridge except for very few exceptions. And most of the time it's just the milk and curd and things like that. And I try my best to keep the fruits and vegetables also outside only. Whatever I can keep outside, I keep outside, because for the next 3 days, if I'm going to eat it, I don't have to refrigerate it. So initially, when I started the decluttering and minimizing the home, I was planning to get rid of the fridge. Okay, I was in the verge of doing that, and then I went to Sharan camp. When I went to Sharan camp, all the facilitators over there, they all had two fridges, two refrigerators, because they insisted so much about organic, buying organic fruits and vegetables. And if you're buying organic, you will have to store it for longer time because we have to go to a different place to buy it. And not just that, most of the recipes needed coconut milk, it needed cashew cheese and all that, so we have to make it and refrigerate it. So then I saved my fridge, so I didn't really throw it out. So refrigerator is okay. It's making our life convenient. Like if you're cutting vegetables for salads, if you're going to use it immediately, like within a day, And if it is going to help you to eat salad, if it's going to help you to sustain that habit, it's okay to cut and keep it in the refrigerator. I know the nutrition value comes down, but it's okay. If it is not 100%, we can still live with 90%. But if it's going to make your life easy, if making salad with the pre-cut vegetables, if that is easier and if it will help you to sustain the salad habit, it's okay to do that. Slowly, when you are really habituated to salad, then you might be able to cut it then and there and eat it. So like that, you customize depending on your needs and try to reduce the refrigerator usage. So that was the refrigerator. And this week, this is after many trials, I have come to this point, and it is really, really helping me. So this week we are going to declutter groceries, buying groceries. Okay, we have not yet entered the kitchen part mainly, but this week we will discuss about how we can buy groceries. So I used to live outside the country, and for so many years, so I had this habit of dumping everything from Indian store, and because you cannot go to Indian store very often, so now also I understand some of you have that problem. But dumping was my habit. Like all the time, I should have 2 kg tur dal, 2 kg urad dal, all that I should always have at home. But after coming to India, also I continued with that mindset only because I'm so habituated in dumping the groceries. What if you suddenly need it? And slowly I'm realizing that you have 10 shops, you have Zepto, you have Big Basket, you order today, you get it tomorrow morning in the doorstep, and it's so convenient. And when I go to my in-laws' place, she'll always have her grocery rack so empty, so clean. Very few packets will be there. Whatever I ask, just 2 doors away, there is a small Potikada, she'll go get everything, whatever she wants from there, and it'll be fresh also. So, with all that balancing, now what I have done is I only order twice a month. So, first of month and 15th of the month. I go check the grocery, take an inventory, find out what I really want, then I buy. With lot of traveling in the last few months, I'm traveling a lot, so I don't really need that much groceries also. um, so this first of every month and 15th of every month, just fix it in your mind that that 15 days I will cook with whatever I have. Sometimes we buy this patani parpu and the channa, black channa, white channa, thinking we are going to do this, that, all that. So for 15 days, so today is like 25th November. So just check for the next 5 days, clean all the groceries, and then use everything what you have and keep making a list to buy on 15th. So even for people who are staying abroad, you can also visit once in 15 days is really reasonable. And nowadays there are many Indian shops and many people are going. Like even if you are not going, one of your friends will go, you can give your list and they'll buy. Otherwise, we'll go and dump so many things, whatever we don't need also. And most of the time we throw it. It will have worms in it, it will expire. We buy, store, and then we waste it. That has become a cycle for all of us. So we'll start doing it mindfully. The other thing is, so shopping cycle, make it only twice a month, first and 15th, or you fix the timing, whatever it is. And the second is, don't keep anything in the cover only. Now is the time to do the shopping. Invest in good containers. Always dump it in the containers. Put it in the containers and keep it clean. Like this is where we spend a lot of our time. More than the wardrobe, we only open our wardrobe once in a day, but we open our grocery at least 3 times in a day, right? So we are seeing it, we are using it. That feel good factor. Whenever you open the grocery section, you should really feel so good. So I'll take a picture of my grocery thing, and then I'll share it with all of you. But even with all this reduced shopping, all that also, I still have things. I might think I might have seen some recipe and I wanted to try that recipe. I would have bought that ingredient, but I would not have tried it. So hereafter, if you want to try recipe, buy it and then immediately try it, and then close that task. Otherwise, we are only that hoarding nature, right? Just like how we hoard the dresses, how we hoard all the other things at home, and we don't use it, the accessories and things like that, right? We just want to hoard it. Just what if we need, what if sudden guest come, I have to make vada. You can immediately, like people in India, Zepto is a great invention, I would say. 10 minutes I get one packet milk or whatever I want, oil or dal or whatever I want. 10 to 15 minutes it is in the doorstep. And big basket and your nearby shops, make use of that facility. And try to buy from the same shopkeeper. I mean, choose to buy organic, no doubt about it. But in case you are not able to get organic, develop some relationship with that shopkeeper, because, like I told in the mindful eating, we have to be very thankful for the people who are bringing that groceries, fruits, and vegetables to our home with a lot of effort. Though it is their business, but that those community helpers are so important for us, right? If they are not there, how will we enjoy all this cuisines? We want to try Italian, suddenly we want to try Chinese. We have all those options, right? So make some communication, develop some relationship with those vendors. Tell them your demands, tell them your complaints. Like if the products are not good, inform them. If the products are good, then appreciate them. Like that, always maintain some relationship with the grocery vendor. So I order my organic things from Heritage Essentials, and they deliver it immediately the next day. I think they are doing it in all South India, or maybe uh, outside also. But try to go for organic, okay? And so don't keep anything in the covers, especially after opening. Like we all have that habit of opening and then putting rubber band and keeping it, right? So all the opened groceries should be in a container and it should be visible. So it could be a good glass container. So this month it is a shopping month for all of you. So invest in good quality containers and keep it uniform. You can reuse the bottles that you have bought, or you can bring it from your mom's place or mother-in-law's place. They all might be storing a lot of similar containers. If you don't have similar ones, you can exchange and with your sisters or with your friends, and try to invest in making your pantry look really, really beautiful. Every day you open the pantry, clearly the menu should appear in front of you. And before the next grocery order, you should have at least used all of it, what you have. Now, even if I have this much of tur dal, I still wait for the 15th to order. So if I'm using tur dal, if I make sambar today, I will not make sambar for the next 3-4 days, right? So I don't have to be in a hurry to keep on stocking things. Anything else that you guys have questions about grocery? I'm talking about the dry groceries, but same thing goes for the vegetables and fruits. So vegetables and fruits, I just make sure that the next 3 to 4 days I have vegetables. Anyway, in the next 3-4 days, I will be going to the shop, so I'll buy. You can also fix your cycle. You can fix it like to be a weekly task, or bi-weekly, or depending on where you live and how you get it and all that. And also you can invest in few baskets, like to keep the onions and potato, garlic, all such things, whatever you keep outside. Try to invest in some rack or containers to keep it. So what we are trying to do is, this kitchen is a sacred space for me. We spend a lot of time in the kitchen. We Just a second. So fruits and vegetables also, I do the same thing. Now I was not here in my home last 5 days. I come back and all the fruits are waste. All are gone. I'm throwing everything. I'm taking picture to show my husband that he didn't throw even the ones which are not good. I'm seeing wherever whatever I kept, it is just there only for the last 4 5 days. So I thought they'll eat fruits and they're all waste. So for fruits and vegetables also, what you can do is plan and buy only for the next 3 4 days, and always make sure you have fruits for the next 3 4 days. So if you have fruits, you will eat more fruits. And similarly with the vegetables, and people who are eating non-veg, you will have days when you will eat non-veg. So plan your that overall planning, do according to your family needs, and decide by when you want to do grocery shopping, by when you want to do vegetables food shopping, and keep that list of vendors handy. Keep the list to buy. Always I have in my journal to buy, be it grocery vegetables or fruits, or be it household items or my personal needs. I'll always have a to buy list which is updated often, and I don't go and buy immediately unless I need it. I'll put it in the list and then buy it during that 15-day cycle. Any other queries regarding the grocery shopping? So, okay, as in when you do, if you have questions, you ask in the group and we will discuss. And I'll also share my pictures with all of you. And this week, um, I want to touch upon a very important topic in the Know What You Want section. So I've been telling you the last 2 dimensions are so important. So today is that 7th dimension. We have worked on the 6 dimensions, and we have also given the 108 bucket list. So again, I really want to appreciate all of you, because it is a humongous effort that you all have put in. You all have at least a list to go back and see. If anybody comes and asks you what do you want in life, you have a list. I want all this in my life, right? So the 6th dimension is social contribution. Our human nature itself, you think about anybody that you know, our human nature itself is to give, give something or other thing. When all these dimensions, when you get all these, you tick off all that. Health, you got everything what you want. Finance, you got everything what you want. Profession is all set. The relationship is all smooth and beautiful. Okay. And you have started experiencing travel. You have started making plans. You go as a family solo trip. You have a plan for travel. Now when all this happens, so initially before we started the workshop, we talked about a void, right? All of us have a void. I'm telling you, even with all the 6 dimensions, even with all the bucket list, you will still have a void if you don't have this giving domain clearly understood. So if you see, you take all the rich, wealthy people of the world, the top rich people, industrialists, corporate heads, anybody, all of them do some CSR activities, right? They all take up some social responsibility. They call that corporate social responsibility. In India, they're doing beautiful. Lot of lakes are restored, parks are restored, some villages are adopted. A lot of philanthropist actions are happening. If you see any actors or big people who are blessed with lot of financial abundance, you will always see them starting to donate in large quantities, right? Because that is the human nature. We all might be thinking they are doing it for fame, they are just doing it as an advertisement, whatever it is. They have a choice whether to give money or not to give money. But you will see in any society, in any religion, or in any community, if you see the people who are in the top, right? People who are looked upon. Why are they looked upon? because they would be giving so much to people. In those days, you might have heard about your grandparents or their grandparents in a village. They would have been a very rich people. They were all respected not because of that richness. They were all respected because they were giving. In even in nowadays, if you go to village, or if you go to your native, you will see that people who have been giving are always highly respected. And why they were giving? Not to earn that respect, not to make people talk about them, not to come in some book or something. It is the human nature. Once you have you have satisfied your hunger, you really want to feed everyone, right? Now, with all the 6 dimensions and bucket list, we are feeding our hunger. We are taking care of our needs. But we all should be giving something. So in this week homework, you write down what you want to give. And some of you have read your bucket list and your wish list and all. I'm very happy. Many of you already have these points there, that I want to help people to in education. I want to help people in health. I want to do this to the society or to people around me. But it has to start immediately. Not like when I have the 10 crore, I'll start giving. No. Today, you can start giving right now. So, what is that you want to give? You fill this dimension, not just with 10 points, right? Whatever you want to contribute to the society. Now, when I say contribute, it's not only the money. Money is just one factor. You can contribute with your knowledge, you can contribute with your time, or you can contribute with your physical activity. You can contribute with your cooking skills, singing skills, teaching skills, anything it could be. So it's not about the money always. Now, even while decluttering, you all would have experienced this. Some of you might have had this expensive dresses, and which you're sure that you're not going to wear it anymore. Now, when you want to give, who do you want to give it to? And when you give to the right person, if that girl is also looking for that kind of a dress, and the happiness that you see in her face is so addictive, you will feel more happy than when you bought the dress. You see what I'm saying? Than when you wear the dress, when you see the other person wearing it or taking the dress and feeling so happy. It's a dream for that girl to have the dress. To see other person's joy by your giving is like, it increases your joy multifold. So this giving, you think about like my mom and my mother-in-law, they're great givers. My mom, she loves to cook food, and every day she has to give food to people. Whoever comes home, her top best value is hospitality. My mother-in-law, when she's here, she'll be just sitting, we all will be talking. Suddenly the gardeners will be doing some work outside. She'll immediately get up, go take one big watermelon, go give it to them and ask them to eat it immediately when it is so hot. She'll suddenly make buttermilk and give it to them. That spontaneous giving, I have admired so much in them. So it's not about that huge money I'm talking about. It's not that money, or it's not that expensive item. It could be anything, simplest. You can give a lot of compliments, appreciations. Who will not love to get compliments and appreciation? We all love to get it, but did we all give it? Do we all give that enough to people? So give lot of appreciations, give lot of time to kids, attention. Just give your ears to somebody who want to just pour down everything they want to pour down. Give your time and ears. So what is that you want to give? What is that you want to contribute to the society? Now, in your finance dimension, you have written down so much, right? That I want this big money. In health, you have told that I want the best fit body, healthy body, active body. What do you want to do with that active body? What do you want to do when the relationships are so beautiful and blooming? What do you want to do when you travel? So giving without even expecting a thank, without even expecting one small thank you word or a smile, just give. Give as an anonymous person. That anonymous helping is even more beautiful. We are not waiting there for somebody to come and tell that, oh, you are the greatest person in the world. No, I am giving because I feel happy to give. Whether they appreciate or they don't appreciate, it's okay. So open up that dimension in your mind and fill this dimension what you want to give. So in all my programs, always there will be 10% people who I take in who cannot pay money or who cannot pay the full amount. It could be 100 rupees or 500 rupees, it's okay. But there are people who want, I mean, if it is very low cost also, I just pull all my friends in. I want to make sure there is always 10% of the participants who cannot pay the money or who not even cannot pay. Just my policy that there should be at least 10% of the people whom I'm giving the same service like how I'm giving it to the people who are paying. There's no difference in my giving, right? But that giving gives me a lot of happiness. So this giving is so important. Now you go back and check your 6 dimensions and 108 bucket list and just circle if there is anything that you have already mentioned for social contribution, and then start doing it right now. Like if you're making a salad, make that one extra salad, give it to a friend. Give your smile, give your appreciations. It could be feeding animals. It could be anything. Surprise people, okay? Keep surprising people. That is like, that's a great joy. So that is this dimension. This dimension is very important. So keep filling, because when you're so great in your life, you have a decluttered home, you have a mindfulness, you have lot of abundant finance, everything is there. That time you really want good relationship with you to enjoy that space, and you want to give. The giving is such an addictive process, then you don't want to stop. So keep that, keep this dimension, and I'm waiting to read all your. This is one dimension where I want to copy everything from all of you, so we can do that. So like this. This is the this week homework. So one is grocery clearing, and the other is social contribution. And the mindfulness, I'm not adding anything, but I want you to revise what we have been doing mindfully. If you have lost touch, then bring it back. See, whenever I ask you to check why you're doing what you're doing, you would have asked this question multiple times. You would have got the answer also. I am doing it for pleasing people, or I am doing it for the joy of doing. It will be in either two categories, which is fine. I'm also doing many things to please people even today, but I know that I'm aware that I'm doing this to please people. So I the first step is to be aware, and then I accept also. I want to please them, so I'm doing it, which is fine. Okay. Now but still continue to ask this question, why I want to please, why I'm doing what I'm doing. When you ask, there is an answer coming, right? Who is asking and who is answering? That's the tricky part. You're asking, why are you doing what you're doing? And somebody is answering from you, within you. So who's the questioner? Who's the person who's answering? And there is somebody observing that, right? All these three are you, but just pay attention to it. I'm only asking this question. I'm only telling this, yes, I want to please this person. I want to be in the good books for this person. I want that person to think good about me, love me, feel good about me. That's why I'm doing this. So, who are these different roles within us? So, that is where the conversation between mind and soul And this, I feel the innermost answers that are coming, the true answers are actually coming from soul. Whatever I am telling, your mind is trying to understand as a lecture, as a theory, and it's trying to process. But when you go back and then sit with yourself, when the true answers come, I'm again telling you the true answers. It's not the shallow answer. Just a second. Rishi? Rishi? So when these conversations happen between the soul, mind, and the innermost, when the true answers come, it has to be the true answer. Yes, I am jealous. Yes, I am rude. Yes, I am angry. It should be the true answer. Only then you will have the core essence of it. So when this happens, you imagine that the innermost divine nature, all of us have the same divine nature. It's a bulb, okay? It's a glowing bulb. Imagine that to be that glowing bulb inside all of us. So that is where we want to go finally, okay? That's when we go there, we know who we are, we know what it is, all that. But right now, on top of that light, there are layers and layers of cloth, okay? Layers of fabrics. So the light is not visible for you. Now, with this process, with all this process, with all this questioning, every time you give up your true answer, one layer is removed. And then one layer is removed. So slowly we want to really reach that light. We want to feel the divinity inside us. It's all right now covered with all these layers. So this mindfulness activity of asking question, observing the superficial answer, then going deep inside, you will know the true you. So this is all like very, very difficult subject to understand if we are not having the interest. But towards the 30, 40s, all of us will have this syndrome of little bit of spirituality. What is this life about? If we hear about some death somewhere, if we hear about some loss somewhere, what is this life? Why are we all here? What are the sufferings that we are going through? All that, right? And that is why the mind is always keeping you in past and future in all this fear, desire, guilt, resentment, and jealousy, anger. All this is there. Now we are trying to remove layer by layer. It's a long process, but I'm so glad that there are these girls and people who have tried to understood and who are trying to explain it to people in simple terms, and who are helping all of us to see that. So I'll stop there, and when we go to the last dimension, we'll go deep diving into it. Okay, but keep thinking about it. That innermost light is that deep peace, deep calm, the bliss, right? We have not seen it, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, right? Now, sun rises, sun sets, but when I ask you in the night if there is sun, you would say there is no sun, right? But is that true? The sun is somewhere in the other part of the world. Like that, in our mind also, the deep calmness, deep bliss is there. Just because we have not seen it, it doesn't mean that we don't have it. We're trying to get there. It might take 10 years, it might take 10 births, but we will at least start our journey here, right? And that one song I want all of you to hear today, and that one line in that song, there is this Alai Alai song from Isha, and there's one line in that song, அலைகள் எல்லாம் கடலின் மேலே தானே உள்ளுக்குள்ளே ஆனந்த தாண்டவம் தானே. So it means that it's all the waves are only on the top, but deep inside the sea there is so much deep calmness which we cannot see on the top. All these waves are our whatever we are trying to deal with in this workshop, the anger, jealous, past, future, and all that, desires, everything. So it's a deep subject, but I just want to touch it a little bit. So this is what I wanted to cover this week. It's all open for all of you. How is it going? How much time we have more in the sense for the workshop? When did we start? It doesn't mean it ends in 6 months. This is always there. The trio one is still open. We all are still active and talking. We all will meet, and I find the 6 months
July,
journey to be a very deep one. July la start பண்ணனா.
July
So
28th we started, Kanchana.
oh, July end we started. Okay. So how much time we have more? July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Okay, we have time.
We can
So
continue for some more time. We can
we'll
drag it.
continue. But this is just ஒரு புள்ளையார் சொல்லி தான் போட்டிருக்கோம். We're just starting with this, but this needs a lot of iterations and all that. So
Seriously,
thank you all.
I want to share my points here.
சொல்லுங்க நாயகி.
So really I have lots of things to say. Maybe 1 hour if you tell also I can talk. But first I want to tell you this. Thank you for this question. Why am I doing this, right? So I'm kind of person, if someone is talking to me, I will be manipulated with it. Okay, my husband always will say, you are doing this because you are getting proud. They are appreciating you for the appreciation you are doing. Okay, so somehow it registered in my mind. But but you told me, right? Why you are doing this, but that question make me feel happy all the time, because I'm doing it because I'm feeling happy, you know in schools and all. In lunchtime we used to share, right? 4 5 girls will used to sit and we will over எல்லாருக்கும் கொடுத்துட்டு we will share and eat, right? So yeah, that habit. Then when office in India office, I'm telling, because everyone have the habit of bringing food. Only 1 or 2% people will buy from office, but in US, right, no one will give food for others. They Americans. I used to sit eat with some Americans and Chinese girl. That one. So I'm having the habit of giving food. Okay, so whenever I go to office, I bring extra boxes. The girl showing that attitude, right? She's so happy. She's feeling like she's with her mother or sister. I could feel that happiness. And also, I bring coffee, okay? One African American that is working with me. So I take 2 cups with me and I give him, because here always people will buy from Starbucks. They'll have always carrying the coffee cup, right? So here no one is offering anything, right? All if they want something, they have to buy it. So I always bring extra banana, fruits, and coffee extra and all, right? The happiness they are showing is, right? So it making me feel more and more joy of giving. As you said, வலது கை கொடுக்கறது இடது கை தெரியக்கூடாது, அந்த மாதிரி பழமொழி இருக்கு இல்லைங்களா? So I like that very much from my childhood. But somehow I will tell, okay, I did this like that. But what I think is, if I tell that, right, maybe பெருமை அடிக்கிறதுன்னு கிடையாது, but whenever friends listen that, they will also doing that, or subconsciously or purposefully they want to tell their friends, they'll start doing this, so the happiness is just spreading over. So அதான் நான் எவ்வளவு சந்தோஷமா இருக்கேன்னு கேட்டா, பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் அந்த கொஸ்டினால தான். ஏன் அந்த கொஸ்டின் பண்ணு கேட்டீங்க இல்லைங்களா? டுடே ஐ கேம் ஃப்ரம் அ ட்ரிப் ஆஃப்டர் அ வீக். So this Thanksgiving is going. So today I want to help my friends, because 2 of my friends, Meena went to India and Mohan also in India. They're struggling with the kids. So I told morning I called everyone, please drop the kids like that. They think, what happened? Why energy is so high level? The kids came and hugged me today. 7 kids are around my home. That I can't explain the happiness. So I feel that the joy of giving time. My other friend, we for shopping, Thanksgiving shopping. So I gave everyone's time, right? So now I'm feeling so filled. In the full day I was very happy, even though I'm very tired. I can't explain my tiredness. My legs are paining. I took massage and all, but I was so happy. I spent my time. When you're telling, right, the social contribution, I have so many things to share. But this one is spreading over. If I'm doing small help, everyone, all are multiplying it. Yeah, and one more last thing I'll say. Today's Thanksgiving Day. All are going for shopping. That are complaining about too much of queue and all. last year before attending this class, I was thinking I'm sacrificing because I have so many things. I don't have a place to buy things. So I was thinking, I'm sacrificing. It's okay, Nike, don't buy like this. But this year, right, I'm so happy because from my bottom of the heart, I said, no, I have everything. I'm not buying. They're asking, what did you're shopping for Thanksgiving? So now I can proudly say I'm done. I have everything. I don't have anything to shop. So thanks for that,
Yes.
Kanchi.
Thank you, Naidi. Thank you. Aishwarya?
Hi, Akka. Hi, everyone. So,
Welcome.
எனக்கு என்னன்னா, recently we, went for a trip or a pilgrimage trip. We went to Shirdi and came back. So, there only நீங்க சொல்லி கொடுத்தது எல்லாமே அங்க வந்து அப்ளை ஆச்சு எனக்கு. So, எங்கேயுமே ரொம்ப அவசரப்படல. Generally, I'm the person who gets like super tension ஆகுது எல்லாமே. So, that didn't happen. So, I was very mindful in whatever I did. And எனக்கு அந்த உங்களோட மைண்ட் வாய்ஸ் அப்படியே கேட்டுட்டே இருந்தது. என்ஜாய் த ப்ராசஸ் சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ இட் வாஸ் லைக் அ வெரி பியூட்டிஃபுல் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆல்சோ அக்செப்டிங் த சுச்சுவேஷன். ஸோ ஹவு திங்ஸ் வுட் கோ லைக் எப்படி தர்ஷன் கிடைக்கும், எப்படி இது கிடைக்கும், லைக் வேர் வி வில் ஸ்டாண்ட், வில் வி பி க்ளோஸ் டு த காட், இல்லை இப்படி வருமா அப்படி வருமா. We were just being very open about it. We thought, okay, whatever happens, it's all for the best of it. So we'll accept the situation, we'll go. So that acceptance helped us to enjoy that entire trip. And also எங்க போனாலுமே it was like a beautiful miracle awaiting us அந்த மாதிரி இருந்தது. And extraவா எதுவுமே வாங்கல. Like we only bought what was much needed. Otherwise we were like cool about it. Okay, fine, this is not needed for now. இது வேண்டாம் like இல்லைன்னா இது வாங்கியிருக்கலாமே, அது வாங்கியிருக்கலாமே, இப்படி பண்ணிருக்கலாமே, அப்படி பண்ணிருக்கலாமே, அந்த மாதிரி எந்த ஒரு கன்ஃபியூஷன்ஸும் இல்லை. அண்ட் பக்கெட் லிஸ்ட்ல போட்டது வந்துட்டு how things can happen. It's only, as you said, like the divine only will know like how things can actually happen. I had been writing about this barefoot walking, page I எழுதிருக்கேன். I didn't even realize. I went there, I did the barefoot walking, and then that flashed in my mind. Okay, we had been writing about it. What I wanted to do was in the temple close by to our house here in Bangalore, but that started from Shirdi. So, and also sun gazing, that also happened there. It was like everything coming out so beautifully, and it felt really good, Akka. Thanks for all your teachings and lessons, and for everyone in the community.
Thank you, Aish. No, this happens to me also. You don't realize when it happens, but because you've written down, the only work you all are going to do is go and tick off from each of your dimension. The relationship is fixed, and he got ready for the school, and suddenly there is a message that there is no school today. Hey.
அக்கா நான் டிராவல்ல இருக்கேன்க்கா. நான் கேட்ட क्वेश्चन மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் ரிப்ளை பண்ணி விடுங்க.
நான் சொல்றேன்ப்பா. You like helping people, you don't like helping sisters.
அவங்களுக்கும் தானக்கா ஹெல்ப் பண்ணணும்.
அதான் இல்ல just kidding. But see, Karthika, it's like this. So he is giving to his sister. You wish that he gives you more, but he can give his sister even more. Like, we don't want to stop somebody giving to somebody, but if we want more, you also start giving to his sister. my solution, so you may not like, but I'm telling, whoever is having that need, they will get it from all. So when your needs are so strong, you will also get it. In this case, Karthika, I have seen, like when I discuss this with many of my friends and within the family and all, anybody giving money or help or material to the parents should never be questioned. Like, not questioned, should always be in abundance. Like me giving to my parents and my in-laws, and my husband giving it to his parents and his in-laws, or my sister or his sister, I am asking universe to bless me in abundance, to give abundance to everyone. So these people are coming to our life to show where we are restricted. And it is difficult. It is all like initially it will be difficult to understand, to accept, and how I myself am void. Now, how can I give it to others, right? I am myself deprived, and how do I give it to others? That is where this workshop is mainly focused on you. You get what you want, you fill your vacuum, you have a pitfall, you fill that, let it overflow and let it go to everyone. So for example, இது எப்பவுமே சொல்லுவேன், ஒருத்தன் பயங்கர பசியில இருக்கிறான், 6 மாசமா சாப்பிடல, 1 வருஷமா சாப்பிடவே இல்லை. அவன் முன்னாடி ஒரு 4 இட்லி வைக்கிறப்போ அவன் வந்து நீ எடுத்து 2 ஷேர் பண்ணிட்டு சாப்பிடுன்னு நம்ம சொல்லவே முடியாது. அவனே ரொம்ப காலமா பசியில இருக்கான். He has to fulfill his needs. He will eat. Maybe when he ate the 6th idli, he'll feel full. And if there is still 1 bucket of idli left, he'll be happy to give it to all. So in the whole workshop, the first priority is always, that's why we are working so much on the self-love, self-care, right? So and when we have our wish list, we feel that this wish list can be fulfilled only by husband or only by our dad or by my son. அப்படி நம்ம வந்து எப்ப பாரு அந்த men மேல நம்ம அந்த ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி போடுறோம், right? Because we have been trained to think from childhood that it is financial responsibility is always with men, right? Now you know clearly what you want. 100% it is our responsibility. I will fulfill. For example, I'm telling you, if your husband is buying a dress for his sister and you also want a dress, you buy it for yourself. Or if your husband is okay, make him to buy it for you. Your needs, when it gets fulfilled, the next time you will buy dress for his sister. So it is a balancing out. நான் சொல்றது வந்து ரொம்ப, it might sound difficult, but when you start doing it, right, you fulfill your desires, and you fulfill your husband's desires. You both together fulfill all others' desires. அதுதான் நம்ம visualize பண்ண வேண்டியதா இருக்கு. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay.
Because I also have a sister-in-law, so I know what you're talking about. But when we start experiencing that, right? Both my sister and my sister-in-law, they're so sweet. When I open up, when I start giving, suddenly they start pouring. Then when I feel that so much love from them, then I start, like, it's a beautiful flow, and there is no expectation at all. So I wish that for all of you.
Okay, you'll start today.
Thank you. Yeah, just start it. But at the same time, you are the most important person in this whole world. You fulfill yours. உங்களோட இட்லி நீங்க சாப்பிட்டுருங்க, உங்க இட்லி எடுத்து யாருக்கும் கொடுக்க வேண்டாம். ஆனா when you are in the 3rd idli itself, you might feel fulfilled. அதுக்காக தான் நம்ம இவ்வளவு எக்ஸசைஸ் பண்றது. When you reach the 6, I didn't put the social contribution in the first place, right? We'll not be able to understand that unless we know what we want. We cannot understand, we can never understand social contribution. அம்மா அப்பா எல்லாம் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, பட் இது தெரிஞ்சு பண்ணிருக்க மாட்டாங்க. கேட்டவங்களுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, அவ்வளவுதான். But see, my mom is like that. My mom is a big time giver, but my dad cannot give at all. So if you want to understand, his childhood was that. He was very deprived. He was only thinking about his family. He was not able to think beyond his family. But my mom, she is a big time giver. And my mother-in-law, next month, even if she's not having money, like I'm not talking about now, when she had financial challenges also, she'll not have money for the next month, but for this month she's an abundant giver, whatever she has. That and all is a big time. இப்ப நம்ம அப்படி யாருமே இல்ல. Right now, none of us are in that position, right? We all have that stable job, some security, some bank balance. We all have knowledge. We all have that profession. We know that we can make money in the future also. So அந்த மாதிரி, now when you observe people, you start thinking about everyone in your family, who is what, who was like what. அதெல்லாம் யோசிக்கிறப்போ, now you will be able to understand. People who are giving, right, they are getting in abundance, and who are not able to give, they're only holding like this. So இது வந்து எனக்கு, நானுமே ரொம்ப ஒரு நார்மல் பேக்ரவுண்ட்ல இருந்து வந்திருக்கேன், அதனால எனக்குமே இது ரொம்ப புது கான்செப்டா இருந்தது. But then when I start practicing, when I experienced myself, I find it so joyful.
Okay. இதெல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் few stages இருக்குக்கா.
Stages,
Actually,
ஆமா ஆமா
நான் ஃபீல் பண்ணது ஃபர்ஸ்ட்லாம்
ஆ.
என்ன நினைப்பேன்னா, இவங்க வந்து எனக்கு இட்லி ஊத்தி விடணும்னு வந்து நினைப்பேன். நீங்க சொல்றது அந்த இட்லி
ஆமா
வச்சே சொல். அப்புறம் என்ன தோணுச்சுன்னா, அது வந்து நடக்கிற மாதிரியே இல்ல. சோ வந்து நம்மளே நம்ம இட்லிய பண்ணிக்கணும்ன்ற மாதிரி நான் வந்து பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சேன். சோ இவங்க மிச்சவங்களுக்கு குடுக்கறத பத்தி இப்போ இந்த ஹர்ட் எல்லாம் பெருசா இல்ல. முந்தி ரொம்ப இருந்துச்சு. அது ஸ்டேஜ் பை ஸ்டேஜா கம்மியாகிட்டு வந்தது.
கம்மியாகும்.
ஆமா.
குடுக்கறவங்கள நம்ம ஸ்டாப் பண்ணாம குடுக்கறவங்கள இன்னும் நிறைய எப்படி கொடுக்க வைக்கிறதுங்கிறது தான் பார்க்க வேண்டியிருக்குது. நம்மளே வந்து கொடுக்கறவங்க ஸ்டேஜுக்கு போகணும்ன்ற ஆசை. We want to be in the giving stage. And then when there are already people showing it in front of us in our life, they are showing how we can give. We don't want to restrict them. We want to become
எங்க ஃபாதர் சொல்லுவாங்க, he's a role model, he is giving to them, and see him, and he is very good அப்படிம்பாங்க எங்க ஃபாதர்.
அதான்
நீ என்ன
So
அப்படிம்பாங்க.
Pallavi's question also same thing. Giving to parents. See, I know Pallavi, whether they like, do they really want? They're just asking. They don't need it. அதெல்லாம் நம்ம மைண்டுக்கு தோணும். அவங்க கிட்ட ஏற்கனவே காசு இருக்கு. Why are they still asking for it? But I have siblings. They are not giving. I am only giving. They are only expecting from one son, not from the other son. இதெல்லாம் வந்து it's all our restrictive pattern. We in the sense நம்ம குரூப்ல இருக்கிற இந்த ஒர்க் ஷாப்ல இருக்கிற all 30 of us, we want to give abundance. That will go and read that finance dimension. We want abundance, money. அப்பவே நான் சொன்ன ஒன்னொரு கொஞ்சம் பேர் நீங்க சொல்லியிருந்தீங்க, I don't really need lot of money. நம்ம அந்த மணி பத்தி பேசுறப்போ சொன்னோம், we all need lot of money, we all need lot of abundance because we want to give lot. Giving experience-காகவே நம்மளுக்கு நிறைய வேணும். And அத பண்றப்போ you should not burn yourself. See, all this question comes only because our needs are not yet fulfilled. நீங்க சூப்பரா ஒரு பிரியாணி பண்றீங்க, 5 கிலோ ரைஸ் போட்டு பெரிய பாத்திரத்துல ரொம்ப அல்டிமேட் டேஸ்டா ஒரு பிரியாணி பண்றீங்க. How much you can eat? You will eat one plate. What will you do with the rest of it? You want to give, feed people. Because ஒரு நாள் ஆயிடுச்சுன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? It will expire. Just because this money doesn't have that expiry date, we are holding on to that money. Right? What if that 2,000 rupees செல்லாதுங்கிற மாதிரி, what if something happens suddenly? You will at least wish that I should have given it to somebody that time. So, because there is no expiry for the money, right? Only with money we want to hold on. But during decluttering the dress or all the other household items, when you want to give it to people, you feel so great. ஸோ இது வந்து நான் சொன்ன உடனே உங்ககிட்ட இருக்கிற உடனே அந்த இன்செக்யூரிட்டி ரிமூவ் ஆகி இமீடியட்லி த நெக்ஸ்ட் டே யூ கேனாட் பிகம் அ கிவர். ஜஸ்ட் ப்ராசஸ் இட் இன் யுவர் மைண்ட், டேக் யுவர் ஓன் டைம், ப்ராசஸ் இட், கொஸ்டின் யுவர் செல்ஃப், see what is lacking. What will be lacking is your care. Like, எனக்கு வேணும், எனக்கு ஒரு செயின் வேணும், எனக்கு ஒரு சாரி வேணும், எனக்கு ஒரு ட்ரெஸ் வேணும், நான் அதை வாங்காம மத்தவங்களுக்கெல்லாம் நான் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்க வேண்டியதா இருக்குதேங்கிற அந்த ஒரு இது இருக்கும். So your desires we have listed out. Who is responsible to fulfill all the desires? Only you. So அதை வந்து நம்ம we will start focusing. Yeah, thank you so much. So I'll share this recording in the group because I had to change the timings and all. But sincerely work on this. Aishwarya is not there when she is traveling, so I think that homework thing she may not be able to send now. But I'm going to share the recording. So one of you can, if you make notes, you can share the homework part. And then I will create a Google Drive to put all the homework in it. And you can all upload all your bucket list in it, all the documents, whatever documents you have written down, right? Like any such files, you all upload it there. Okay. And I'll also keep before after picture folder. So whenever you all have time, your before and after pics you can upload. So from last feedback, I think I thought I'll do this. Raji, you want to share something?
Okay, yes, I'll just quickly
Yeah,
finish it because we're
I have
at
time.
the end. So, after joining the group, it's become second nature for me. Many things have become second nature. Now, for example, yesterday, a big example was yesterday. We went to the book fair. Tiruchila, there's a big book fair happening, and reading is my like number one passion. If I'm surrounded by books, I just lose myself in it. So I was so happy, excited in or stall I have to buy in. I was marking, but I also remembered that I kept thinking, if I buy this, where am I going to keep it in my house? So recently, I'm on the hall bookshelf. We decluttered. I have a bunch of books that I wanted to give away because I don't like them anymore. I had a stack of that. This also I was going to buy, so I was very careful about what I really wanted. I chose and I bought like 4-5 books. And then when I was leaving only, I realized that there's a stall there where you can also give books to inmates. Inmates, inmates, you can donate books. So I was thinking, how I also bought something, but also an avenue to opened up on its own where I can also, because in a book fair I didn't know that if there's a stall like that in every book fair. So that is one thing. The other thing, this seventh dimension is like happening at a really apt time. As soon as we started writing the bucket list, I started working on a lot of them, like simultaneously, this driving, this, that. So I used to think that a part of my income I wanted to give for something. I've what to say, it is a long story, but the point is I actually bought 8,000. I bought books, a huge dabba of books are waiting for me to go pick up and go give it to a school for school children. So the coordinate panni everything just fell into place, not immediately, but over a period of time. It's just fallen into place. I'm so happy. Instead of thinking, I've been thinking for so many years, but I'm finally doing a lot of them. Like there's still so much, but I've really started, and that's really making me feel so happy, like satisfied. And the satisfaction. The second thing is a question I wanted to ask. Like about how some people are givers. Like my mom is a huge giver. She would, yeah, you answered that question already. Yeah. Because you said she would cook, okay? She would cook for everybody. Whoever comes home, elaborate she'll do. In the idiyappam, thengapal, she'll spend time. So if she gives me something, she cooks and gives me something, I won't even give it to anybody. I'll be like, her labor of love is only for me, only for me. I will not even share it with anybody. I get me, my husband, my sister, my father, all three of us scold her. No, you're not supposed, you shouldn't cook anymore. You should cook only for us. But yeah, you've answered the question. Yes.
Most of our moms are like that, right? And the only way they can give is that, right? Like they may not be earning something financially, or they may not have money to give, but then the skill they have in hand. And all my college mates, so I was I studied in Kumaruguru College, so a lot of hostel friends were there. All of them will be in my home. Anytime they come, they can eat. அது பழைய சாதம் வெங்காயமா இருந்தா கூட பரவாயில்ல, அதை கூட சாப்பிட்டு போவாங்க நிறைய ஹாஸ்டல் பசங்க, கேர்ள்ஸ் அண்ட் பாய்ஸ். So how I'm seeing this is, I almost like 20 years back I completed college, but now, even now, every single friend of mine who had come to my home, who had ate at least one meal, they still feel so indebted to my mom. They don't even ask about me, they don't even call me, but they call my parents whenever they pass by that area. They go visit them. Now I told my dad is not well, every single friend of mine is going and seeing him. So I'm feeling that one meal, or that one simplest meal, it's not even the ஒரு பெரிய இதுன்னு இல்லை, But that is all like it's there in the easiest way to reach anybody's heart is through their tummy, right? So our moms are all nobody attended any workshop to know this. Nobody told them. They're all naturally givers. Naturally they are such a giver. இப்ப நம்ம போய் கொடுக்குறவங்கள போய் குறைக்கதான் நானும் அதே தான் சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கேன். ராஜி எங்க அம்மா இவ்வளவு சமைக்காதீங்க, இப்படி அவங்க வேண்டாம்னா விட்டுருங்க, ஏன் இப்படி
Yes, that also.
நீங்க டீ காஃபி குடிச்ச உடம்பு கெட்டு பத்துல வரவங்க எல்லாம் போட்டு டீ காஃபி குடுத்து இப்படி நீங்க பண்றீங்க நேத்து கூட அதை சொல்லுங்க. We keep pulling her down, but she feels so liberated to give. யாரோ என்ன சொல்லிட்டு போங்க, ஆனா அது எப்படி வரவங்களுக்கு ஒண்ணு கொடுக்காம இருக்கிறது அந்த மாதிரி. So we have to learn so much from her. Now you start thinking about the people in your family. There will be so many philanthropists. Like there you will hear stories like my grandpa and all. They'll have their own land. They'll give that land to their brothers. அப்படி கொடுத்தவங்க எல்லாம் இருக்காங்க, right? It's a huge thing now. But those days, my grandpa, it was all partition. My grandpa has 15 siblings, okay, not 1, 2. So 15 siblings, and then that 6 boys, all 6 boys got one farmland and one farmhouse, each of them. Suddenly, my grandpa's brother didn't feel happy with the share that he got. He liked what my grandpa got. He just gave, okay, take this. But then, இப்படி எல்லாம் இருப்பாங்களா அப்படின்னு உங்களுக்கு இருக்கு. So I feel all that punyam comes to the kids. So it's a giving week. Think about it. Thank you so much. Best wishes to you, Raji. Let the books reach all the seeking people who are seeking for it. Yeah. Okay.